This week, the 2013 Oscar nominations were announced.
There's a new Pokemon's coming out for us kids.
And the 50 Shades movie is coming out, and apparently it's going to be rated NC-17, so I'm very excited in my pants.
Today is January 11th, 2013.
Hello.
Yeah!
Welcome to Pretty Much It.
What an exciting little thing you just did. That just got me. Now I'm ready for the show.
It was magic.
I hope that got everybody else excited. I hope that if you're watching, your excitement levels just like they went
Skyrocket through the roof.
Yeah.
First things first, in case you forgot, we switched around what we do with the giveaway. We used to announce the winner on Friday, and you'd enter the giveaway on Monday, but now you enter the giveaway on Friday, we announce the winner on Monday. So, that being said, if you'd like to enter this week's giveaway to win a free shirt from beobscure.com, this one or plenty of others, click the link down in the info. It says enter giveaway. It's all Shazam, wow.
Whoa!
And you will be entered. You will be awesome. Okay. Also linked down in the info is moviepass.com.
What is that, Eric?
Moviepass.com/prettymuchit will give you a $10 discount on your first month of MoviePass, which is a service that allows you to see as many movies as you want in theaters for one monthly price. And I'll tell you what, it saved me money already, and it can save you money if you want to see all of the Oscar nominees in theaters, because they usually release them again in theaters if they're not all out right now. And yeah, it's awesome. Definitely check it out. It's great. Highly recommended. I use it myself. I am not bullshitting you.
It's good shit. I use it.
My mind's blown.
And finally, linked down in the info are this week's reviews of Gangster Squad, A Haunted House, and also not a
Wait
review.
a minute, you actually saw Haunted House?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Eric. I'm sorry that happened. You had to waste your precious moments of your life like that.
I'd be happier if you let me go.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Guys.
I also did a recap/live reactions video to the Oscar nominations, and it's pretty funny, so check that out.
Yeah, that was cute.
But now, thanks, Jake, let's get into this week. If you are not interested in what we're about to talk about, you can skip around, of course, using Choose Your News. We're not going to go too crazy talking about it like we usually do, but it's there.
Click it.
Let's start off with movie news. First things first, a quick little story, a little follow-up to a story from last week. Remember that great story about the Star Trek fan who had cancer, who got to see Star Trek? It's a great story because he got to see Star Trek, not because he had cancer.
What a happy tale!
Well, unfortunately, he passed away this week.
Ah, man.
Yeah, I honestly did not realize it was such a dire situation. I thought we'd hear this in like 2 or 3 weeks or like 2 months or something like that, but I guess he really did not have much time. So that's good thing that that they caught that message and got to show him the movie first.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It sure is sad when people die.
Also, another quick update about a story from last week. We talked about Joseph Gordon-Levitt being looked at for Guardians of the Galaxy.
And we didn't think that would be any good.
Well, just because, I don't know, why is Joseph Gordon-Levitt got to be in everything? I like him, but, I like him because he plays certain parts, not every part.
Yeah.
He's not the cocky superhero type.
He's not playing the part.
Well, slap my face. That was more of a graze. You're getting there.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt will not be playing that part in Guardians of the Galaxy. He will also not be in Godzilla, which he was offered the role for.
Okay.
Which I assumed that was a little further along, but it hasn't even begun production or anything.
What kind of rumor was that? It was a dumb one.
That's interesting, though, because that shows that they're going for a lead. They're looking for a lead.
For Godzilla?
To ride Godzilla.
Matthew Broderick's still around, no?
I hope.
I don't think he's gonna be riding Godzilla.
Let's get Matt, and let's get him on this movie.
Hopefully,
because Godzilla is nothing without Broderick.
But Joseph Gordon-Levitt will be in Sin City 2.
Well, that's cool.
All right, that's cool.
But the biggest story this week in movie world, I think, is about the Oscar nominations. Would you agree?
Oh, I guess.
Yeah. So first things first, I think we all agree that the Oscars are just one opinion of what the best movie of the year is.
Yeah.
I certainly don't be like, that's it.
It's also the opinion of a bunch of old folk.
Which, I have to say, is why I'm actually excited about the nominations this year, because it's all across the board.
You've
got the young people movies, you've got the old people movies, it's all over the place.
See, I kind of disagree.
How? Why?
Because everything I kind of thought would be there, like Lincoln and...
For every Lincoln, there's a Silver Linings Playbook. For every other boring movie, there's a Django Unchained. For every Zero Dark 30, there's a Beast of the Southern Wild.
Yeah.
Well, whatever the hell that just was.
I honestly started to feel like a song.
If we're going to get right into it...
just dive in.
We're going to dive into the
Let's do
Oscar things. I think, first off the bat, Argo got too many noms. I don't think...
Ironically, the one it should have gotten of all of them is Best Directing, and it didn't get it.
That's the only one I would have given it.
I didn't hate Argo, but I thought it was just very mediocre. Very
I know. I think you and I liked it more than he did. Though,
it was really good, but afterwards I didn't feel anything. It was
yeah,
well put
I agree.
together.
I agree. You're right.
Yeah,
I haven't
very
thought about
well
it much
put together,
since.
very
In fact, I
succinct.
forgot about it.
I just kind of... I remember seeing the movie and I kind of want to just end. I'm done. The only other thing I had a problem with was Zero Dark 30, and that was only because of the subject matter.
No one saw it, though,
Well,
right?
that too, but it's like, it's the same reason the Hurt Locker was up there, because it's America.
That's weird,
and
because it's the same director.
Whoa.
Catherine Deuce Bigelow?
No.
Yeah, Actually, he's
Catherine
right,
Bigelow.
just minus the... I don't know if that's... Is that her middle name?
I haven't seen Zero Dark 30, but I'm pretty sure that it's not Oscar worthy.
I'll tell you, I mean, I saw it. Personally, for me, I wasn't like head over heels for it, but a lot of people are. So maybe I just didn't connect with it as much, but a lot of people, it's on a lot of people's number one.
Like, Hurt Locker, when that won, I was like, what?
I will say that I at least liked every movie that is nominated for anything. So I'm glad for that. It's nothing where I'm like, oh, that movie.
I'm really happy that Batman is nowhere near this award show.
People are really, and once again, can we make it clear, we liked The Dark Knight Rises. You changed your mind now.
I watched it again on DVD.
Oh, well, I liked it. I just didn't love it. I wasn't crazy for it. And there were actually people that thought it should have gotten nominated for Best Picture, which I think is... you can like it, you can love it, but I mean, it's not Best Picture.
If anything, best like soundtrack, maybe.
There are things I am happy about. It's great that the girl from Beasts is up.
Quvonjane Wallace.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
mean, like...
I don't think she'll win.
Anne Hathaway,
But-
I think, should win because she was great.
Yeah.
But it would be so great if she won.
Well, they're in different competitions. Supporting is Anne Hathaway and Best Actress is Quvonjane.
all right. So
both could win. Hey, pal.
Yay! Everybody wins.
I'm
Now-
rooting for Anne Hathaway.
I am very excited about a lot of things. I know you're excited about Silver Linings Playbook, which I don't know if you've noticed, but that's been back there for a while. Move your head if you can't see it. Silver Linings Playbook football.
Oh, it's a little football that says
Yeah.
it on.
Because football.
in the movie.
But
I never got around to seeing that.
yeah, I don't think you'd like it. I don't think he'd like it.
Well, you can relate. It's about crazy people.
Okay, well, I don't think you'd like it because I would say it's kind of a romantic.
Isn't the guy supposed to be like bipolar?
Yeah, right? Isn't that you?
He's like a
Yeah,
fucking
it's me.
psychopath. Yeah.
Fluff.
Me too.
I'm super excited about Beast of the Southern Wild, everything it was nominated for. But I have to say, obviously, I'm sure we're all upset. Not upset. I'm not upset about anything legitimately, but I'm sure we all would have liked to see Leonardo DiCaprio nominated.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Not at all.
Did you even see Django?
I did.
What? Then
Don't
what?
get up in my face.
But I was going to say, that sounds like the answer from someone who didn't see
Yeah,
Django.
I don't know. I just felt like Leonardo DiCaprio has started to wear off for me. I feel like he's always kind of the same, but it's just, well, now he's got a goofy accent.
This is
Now
drastically
he's got,
different
like,
because, I will agree with that because every movie, normally every movie Leo's in, he's playing like the angry guy, like Shutter Island, Inception. He's like, I'm angry with a dark past, and this one was like completely different,
wacky.
Yeah, and I loved it.
All right, you know what I will give you? When he cut his hand and he went with it?
Yeah,
That was so cool.
That is cool.
And
That
he's
is-
like bleeding all over the place.
An actor I thought was snubbed is John Hawkes. And I don't like the word snubbed, but
In
everybody's
what?
using it. He was in The Sessions. Helen Hunt got nominated, but he was amazing. He played a
Hunt's
guy
still
who had
alive?
polio, I think it was, right? He's lying on his back the whole time. He actually physically ruined his body for the rest of his life playing this part.
Whoa, really?
Not that that is, an indicator of a good performance necessarily.
Kinda.
But
Well,
Kinda.
it just means he was passionate about it, but he could have sucked and still done that,
Yeah,
But,
like
I mean, he
me.
was amazing. He didn't get anything. And also, Arbitrage got nothing.
Wow.
Arbitrage is the Richard Gere movie where I thought he was
Oh,
going
yeah,
to
I did
get
see
a
that,
Best Actor nomination. I thought it was going to be nominated for Best Screenplay.
Yeah.
Not Best Picture, but Best Screenplay.
That was another one that was
Best
on a lot of people's
music.
lists.
Nothing.
Wow.
So, what do you guys want for best pick? For best pick, so
Arbitrage.
I'm saying with the ones that are gonna happen.
I was super hyper about Silver Linings Playbook in my recap and like in the thing because I didn't expect it to get anything.
Yeah.
Did you? I didn't.
No.
That's your
No.
number one, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
It's your number
That's
one.
my number
It's at
one.
the bottom of my list because it's a tied one, and I put the tied at the bottom. But I wasn't expecting anything, so I was super excited about it. But in reality, I'll be voting for Beast of the Southern Wild all the way for everything.
It's a tie for me between Beasts and Les Mis. I like Les Mis.
Les Mis, yeah.
I think
Look at that. I feel like nobody would expect you to say that.
Really,
Yeah.
it's a good film.
Oh, the only other problem.
What?
No Holy Motors.
Oh, that was terrible. I was waiting, like, here comes.
Imagine it popped up. Like,
best foreign film.
Yeah,
like,
and then it said, and Norway, and I was like, no!
That so deserved to be on there.
Yeah.
Now, there's a snub. If the snub word exists in the dictionary, that defines it.
Yeah. Now, I'd like to say it now just while we're talking about it. The poll question this week, we'll get to the poll answers from last week at the end of this, but next week's poll is... what do you think was the worst Oscar snub? Let us know by clicking the link down in the info to go to our Facebook page and vote in the poll. Thank you very much.
That's
if
easy.
you like us as well. But we'll talk about your worst Oscar snubs.
Let me do a prediction that will carry off to the next episode.
Okay, why don't you predict it now? We're going to cut here and we'll find out what it is next week. The rest of our stories are relatively quick. First things first, we have a little bit of news about Christopher Nolan's next movie.
Oh!
Now, I bet the viewers at home are like, uh-oh, what are they going to have to say about this? As if we don't like Christopher Nolan. But guess what?
I love him.
I love Christopher Nolan.
I love Christopher Nolan, but I have a very weird thing with his movies.
The fans ruin him.
No.
Oh.
Well, they do.
Yeah, they do.
But I love his movies, but I can only watch them once.
Except for The Prestige.
Except for The Prestige.
I knew it!
Yeah.
I knew it! How did I know?
Right. There's only 2 movies, Prestige and Memento. I can watch those.
Really? Memento's one I can only watch once every couple of years.
Yeah,
that one
like
takes
Memento.
a toll on me.
But every single other one, I can only watch it once. Like
Even
I watched
Insomnia? I like Insomnia.
I mean, I remember seeing The Dark Knight with the Joker in the theaters.
See, I can do that a couple times, actually.
And I
Not
was
too
like,
often.
And I liked it, and I was like, I don't feel like watching this movie ever
Little
again.
long.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just like, I just don't, I think the way he makes his movies, like the way he gives you like the plot and the
Which
story.
is not a problem.
It's not a problem.
Doesn't need to be rewatched.
It just kind of loses all of its steam in the first watching.
I get
which is
you.
not a problem.
It's like it doesn't have any multiplayer.
Yeah.
See, I'm like a video game
No
guy.
replay value.
But this news is likely going to blow your socks on.
Yes, because I've been doing some research about it, and
research.
it tickled my science fancy. We'll get to it.
It's
after.
called Interstellar, which right off the bat it's like,
Space.
it's not Batman. We don't dislike Batman, but it's exciting that he's doing something new out of the Batman world. It is apparently involving time travel and space. Wormholes.
And I think the coolest thing I read about this was that the consultant of this movie, or like they're basing the things off this movie, is the scientist. I forget his name exactly.
Bill Nye?
No, not. Well, that would be cool. But
different movie.
He's this theoretical gravitational astrophysicist. He's all about black holes. He's a black hole expert about bending time and space, and that's real.
Holy
that's real
crap.
stuff.
Yeah.
The way he explained how black hole. I guess the movie's gonna be about black holes.
They go into a wormhole or some crap.
It's like he said, imagine a trampoline and you put your finger down on it, and imagine that trampoline is time and space. And
Whoa!
Well, why don't we put this in a bottle?
Okay.
Cap the bottle, and then I'll put that box in another box, and then I'll mail that box to myself. I'm sorry, I'm not going to go there, but I'm sure everybody now is going to look up that scene. And please tell me you know what I'm referring to. Jake, do you have to leave the table?
What are you referring to?
Oh, Jake, you don't know either?
I know it, but
Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Speaking of holes, we got news about 50 Shades of Grey. New movie coming out, based on a book.
I like holes.
And this book is, as you know,
Good.
Porn literature, as far as I've heard. I have not read it, so in all fairness, I don't know.
no Twilight.
I don't plan to ever read it.
I have not read it, but I heard there's a very good scene of some anus.
Go on, some anus what? So the movie, you'd have to assume, is going to be a pretty racy movie, and it might not even be able to be rated R. And that's the news this week. The screenwriter said that it will likely be rated NC-17, which if you don't know what that is, that means literally no children under 17, which means you can't even go in with a parent, which means porn. No, not really. I'm just kidding. But because there's a lot of NC-17 movies that are really good, like Blue Valentine. I don't know if you guys like that.
I still don't get why that was NC-17.
But I mean, like, that was really good and didn't deserve to be NC-17. But anyway, this basically is a book about people having sex, and they're going to make it NC-17. But I mean, what
sounds good to me.
I don't know. I mean, like, who's gonna see it?
Well, it's
why would it? What is
middle-aged mom?
Yeah,
I guess
it'll still people will still see it because it's 50 Shades of Grey. I think it might be like another NC-17 movie that like
correct
takes
me
off.
if I'm wrong. Do you know? Wasn't this book basically Twilight fan fiction?
Isn't
that true? That's true.
Essentially, it's kind of like in lieu
someone read
of
Twilight and started writing
read
fan
Twilight
fiction,
and then wrote this. It's kind of like the same power fantasy type of thing.
But there's no vampires, right?
No,
No,
it's
but
just
it's
regular
the same
sex.
like rich, untouchable, powerful guy who's really mysterious.
Right. Oh yeah, he's a rich
and
rich
he
guy.
He introduces you into this new thing, vampirism, butthole pleasures.
A whole new world. A whole new world in your vagina.
Okay, well, I don't know how I feel about this movie. I don't know if I'm going to be seeing it.
I know how I feel about this movie.
Why don't you keep it to yourself, pal? I apologize profusely to anyone watching with their parents. Now let's move on to something a little more kid-friendly.
Oh, boy.
And that is the Hunger Games, where the kids get killed.
Yay!
Man, we're really... It's kind of a dark turn this episode's taken.
Messed up episode.
But there are images now of this guy Finnick. Fella Finnick. Did you read the books? Be honest.
No.
But this guy Finnick apparently is supposed to be like the hot new guy in the second
big guy.
book. You know, they always have to introduce a hot new guy. But I'm actually hearing that he's not hot enough. That's actually what I've heard fans say.
Oh, God damn it! We need it. He's hot. But he's not...
Don't get me wrong, he's hot.
He's not hot enough!
Yeah.
Who is playing him? Anybody? Is it nobody?
I can't think of his name. Claflin? Sam Claflin? That sounds familiar.
Sounds like a sexy name.
Yeah, right? You'd think so. You'd think Claflin. That's real sexy. It sounds like a sexy instrument or something. But apparently not. And I will say, though, that we're primarily basing this off the cover of, like, Entertainment Weekly that's coming up. And it's a really awkward picture. So, I mean, I think he's hot. But, like, he might be hotter in the movie, you know?
Oh.
Everyone's always trying to sell me on the Hunger Games. But when I hear stuff like this, like, he's not hot enough. Why are you...
Yeah.
What is the purpose of this movie?
Yeah, I said this last time. I liked everything in the Hunger Games but the Hunger Games. As soon as it got
You like the hot guys.
I thought, like, the world they made and everything and, like, the technology, all that
Right.
was cool. And then, when they got to the games,
There's
it
a
was,
little
like...
standard.
It was just boring.
Yeah, I gotcha. I like the movie, but I can
I
understand
like
it.
it, yeah. Just, yeah.
You can't wait for Ender's Game when it's all younger kids that are being exploited.
No.
Yes.
And finally, I promise you there is nothing weird about this topic. The Blue Umbrella. Pixar's upcoming short. We got a little clip of it. What do you think?
I said this on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter, by the way.
Yeah, you can follow all of us on
Wink.
Twitter. Why don't we put the links in the info, huh?
Wow! When I first started watching this, I'm like, is this an antidepressant ad?
It does look like that.
It looks like a Zoloft ad.
It does.
Not
in a bad way.
Not in a bad way. Oh, it looks. It's got a really unique style to it.
Photorealistic,
Yeah.
which they don't
Yeah,
usually do.
that's
They
what I
usually
like.
do kind of cartoony.
But the theme of it is like, oh, love sparking up. That's too much.
I feel like that's been done.
It's been done too much, especially
I like
Wreck-It
Love.
Ralph. Like we
I
had.
like Love too.
We had Paperman.
Yeah, which was great.
Which was great.
But that wasn't Pixar, was it?
No,
No.
that was Disney
No, it
Animation.
wasn't.
But it's just like that whole little theme of like, oh, these guys, they're in love.
Yeah, it's
whoa,
kinda similar.
Whoa, whoa, love. Love!
I don't know. I mean, I'll see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Obviously,
well, you
I'm
have
gonna
to
say-
see
I'm gonna
it.
boycott it.
That's going to be before Monsters, Inc., right?
I guess
come late.
so. Yeah. But that's it for movie news. Now let's
Wow.
move on to two quick TV topics, real quick. First things first, last week we told you Breaking Bad starts on July 14th, but we only told you that because Aaron Paul said it. Aaron Paul, not Pole. And then he backtracked, of course, as we uploaded the episode, and he said, you're just kidding.
Aaron,
It's not starting
You drug addict.
on July 14th, but I'm sure it will be starting around then, I'm sure.
Oh,
Now, the other thing I want to
poodles.
talk about, though, is did you guys read the article? The interview with
the
Vince Gilligan?
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think about the fact that it's a conclusive ending? It's not open-ended. There's no movie. None of that biz.
I like it.
Yeah,
I
me
like
too.
that a lot because that you could have had the potential to go all bad with it, and
You want to break good.
very good.
I like the way he just talked about how he took a really long time, and it was really painstaking.
Well, they're taking like double the time for episodes now than they
Yeah.
used to, right? Yeah.
So I think we can all agree that the final episode of Breaking Bad is gonna be like.
Don't get too excited, though. That's my worry.
Yeah, I'm not even.
I'm trying. I want to
thinking
enjoy it for what it's worth. I
Not
don't
even
want to get
thinking
too
about it.
excited like it's got to be the greatest thing
I
ever, even
think-
though it does have to be the greatest thing
Yes,
ever.
I think
But
this is.
I don't want to think about it.
This is one of those cases where you could get excited for it because it's like this is going to live up.
Like
to
I
its
trust them. Yeah.
I trust them.
They've
yeah.
never let me down ever.
I trusted a lot of people, and I was betrayed.
Well,
Lucas.
I mean, like a lot of people didn't like the Sopranos ending. I loved it, but like everybody like they don't like that ambiguity.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Which
love
can be
that.
good and bad.
See, I like that.
I'm not for it or against it. It depends on if it works.
I think that Breaking Bad, like he said, is going to be a. You
So,
know it's
like,
over. You
it's
know it's
over,
going to
yeah.
happen.
You
Which
know,
is
he talked pretty candidly without giving anything away. I have to applaud him
Yeah.
for that.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't at any point say, like, I can't tell you about that. He answered every question without giving anything away. So
Yeah,
that was
he's
good.
cool.
But the only other news we have, it is also release date related news and one little tidbit of info. Bates Motel will be starting on March 18th. 2013. Imagine I said 2014. But it will be starting on that Monday. I'm looking forward to watching it.
I'm
The
gonna watch
interesting thing here is, I'm going to give it a chance.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing here is that they've said that it's not canon to anything.
Well, okay.
Oh, no shit.
The cards are off the table.
I wonder
then.
if they're just trying to cover their asses because they watched it back and they were like, ugh.
Oh, this sucks, guys.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because they're only just saying that now.
that behind scenes preview really. I mean, like, I wasn't expecting a lot.
Are we allowed to talk about it?
Yeah. Oh, I really want to talk about it. But
I might get fired if I talk about it.
Oh, something crazy happens.
You gotta see it to believe it. You gotta watch.
Just watch it at this time and this day.
You gotta buy a shirt too. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a chance. So we'll see. March 18th.
Yeah.
March 18th. And that's it for TV news. Now let's go into video game news.
That's Jake's thing.
Yeah.
That's what Jake's for. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Jake.
Me.
Do your thing. Come on, just do it.
Do your thing, cuz.
So video games. CES was last week.
Oh, what?
That's the computer...
This week.
Consumer electronics show. I totally messed that up.
Computer and Eric show.
Was there any big bombshells?
Yes.
Whoa!
There was.
Well,
kind of.
Lay it on me in layers.
Let's start off with Sword and...
Oh, Shield. Oh, you want to talk about Shield?
Oh, are we going to?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Sure.
All
That's the only thing I know about.
NVIDIA, the graphics card maker people, are making a device that is basically an Xbox controller with a screen that pops out.
Oh, I saw this. Like, what's the deal on this
It
thing?
lets you play Android games.
Oh.
That's it?
Well, that's not as exciting
what else
as
is
I
also
thought.
cool, if you have a NVIDIA graphics card in your computer, you can stream games from your computer to your thing and play it on
So you
that
can
with
play
low
computer
latency.
games.
Yeah, with like...
Oh.
So it's just you could just get an Android.
That's the thing, though. I have no motivation. I have an Android now, and I don't even have any games on it because I don't care.
When
I'm sorry to bring it up, then.
When I heard about this, I thought the big deal was that you could play computer games, like actual.
You can stream them. It's not an actual computer thing.
So it's worthless.
streams.
All right, so let's pick up the pace. What's good?
Something a little more exciting, but still, I gotta
no.
put a damper on it.
Oh.
The Steam Box. Oh my God! No, it's not real. Wasn't really actually the Steam Box. This is this device that was shown off that was originally touted to be a Steam Box. It's just a really small PC by a really cool like niche manufacturer, and Valve invested in that company, and it's gonna have Steam on it and big picture mode on it. And Gabe Newell came out and he's like, "This isn't the Steam." That's how he talked.
Oh,
This isn't the
really?
Steam Box. Don't
Did he
worry.
really say that?
Yeah.
Oh man, everyone probably must have been like, "I'm leaving."
Yeah, and
It's called the Piston now. That's pretty cool.
Piston.
the
That's cute.
Steam box is supposed to be like you can play computer games like a console.
Yeah. That's probably
That's what
their
we need.
intention eventually is if it comes
That's
out.
the console we need.
Which I think it's coming out just because, they've been doing
Because
it.
video games.
Yeah, I read it up and I heard that something like that could cost like $1,000.
That's the thing. Like, they're making it so people don't have to buy this big $1,000 expensive gamer computer. But at the same time, they're still going to spend $1,000 anyway on this stupid thing.
Yeah, but it's like I heard if you really know your biz with,
You do it yourself.
with building computers, you can make yourself a really high-powered gaming computer for like $500.
I made a really good one for $500.
That's
more than competent.
High five, Jake. You
Yeah.
did good. High thumbs.
The next thing dropped right before we started filming this. This is a trailer for a game. The makers of The Witcher 2
Yeah.
are making a new game called Cyberpunk 2077.
This trailer didn't really give you anything.
No, but it was so cool. It was like
yeah.
Blade Runner.
Yeah, but it's like things about trailers like these pre-rendered trailers. I mean, it's like, what's the game gonna
Yeah.
be?
Yeah,
It's
like I'm looking at you, Dead Island.
It's like watching
Yeah.
storyboards for a movie.
Yeah.
Kinda. It's
like-
not even like. It's just like. I mean, I will admit the trailer was cool, but it's just like there's no information about the game. There's no
I
gameplay.
really have no idea what they're going for.
Yeah, it's just what.
The only thing is, though, is that I have faith in these guys.
The only thing I know is that it's in the future.
That's all you need to know,
Robots
right?
are cool.
Yeah, robots. Robots are in the future.
Robot.
The guys who made The Witcher 2 were making this, and The Witcher 2 had an awesome story, and they like really had a knack for characters. So I'm hoping that
Oh,
that
all right.
carries
So it's
over.
not just a big.
But,
boo-boo.
but 2077 in 2077 are
Yeah,
things
we're not
look
gonna
like that.
No, there's like they show like futuristic Tron cities, and it's like
and
how
like
far
people
is,
with like robot arms. Like, come on,
yeah,
man.
how far is 2077?
Not that far.
What, it's
Was
like
that 60
70
years?
60
yeah,
years?
no, we're not gonna have
65
like
years.
they had like a full-on humanoid android,
Yeah,
and it's
no.
like that's not that's not
Oh,
gonna
well.
happen. And like a hovercraft is like no.
This next one is a quickie. It's a little rumor about Fallout 4. A voice actor from Fallout 3, the guy who did Three Dog. He's like a fan favorite. I don't really like him, but
All right, Jake.
but the voice actor was on Twitter and he's like, "Yo, Three Dog's coming back," and then he was like, "I'm allowed to say that. Someone said they gave me permission to say that." So, like, who else could it be other than Bethesda developers?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Why do I feel like they didn't give him permission to say
I don't know. Like, that's so
it doesn't
weird.
sound like they did because it sounds like a kind of a help. He's like help. They got me. It's like a call for help.
I think we talked about this before, but I liked Fallout 3. But it's like, what can they do in Fallout 4? It's just like that whole apocalyptic.
We can do the same thing again.
Well, they did that with Vegas.
Oh yeah. I know what games you're talking about. Okay,
Just another city, I guess, maybe?
It's just another apocalyptic city.
I don't know.
Fun.
I don't know. I feel like they did all they could. But maybe it's coming out. I don't know. I feel like it's so weird for a company to be like, all right.
Go ahead. You
little voice actor with 1,000 followers on Twitter, go tweet about...
Be like Anne Hathaway, like, The Dark Knight Rises is coming out. Like,
you guys ready for some good news?
I'm ready!
At least I'm excited.
Is it big?
There's a new Pokemon game coming out for 3DS. And it's fully 3D. Pokemon X and Y. Yeah, they got rid of colors. They're on the alphabet now. You guys have no emotions towards this, really? Am I the only one who, like, still plays Pokemon?
When I watched the trailer, I'm just goofing around. When I watched the trailer, I thought Pokemon fans are going to love this.
And is...
Good. I mean, I haven't played Pokemon in years. Not for any specific reason. It's just not interesting to me just because of that. But I looked at it and I thought, you know what? This is awesome for Pokemon fans.
I think after I turned 12, it was just like, why?
All right, look. See, I'm saying the same thing, but not being an asshole.
I'm being real about it.
I'm sugarcoating it.
And here's some other things I've noticed about the current Pokemon. Looks like they're making a lot of Pokemon out of things.
They're all the same looking to
They're
me.
dumber, yeah.
Is
Is there a frog every time? There's like 10 frogs.
Well, yeah, now you start out with a froggy type guy.
What?
But it's just like there are like Pokemon, there are things. Like there's like a sarcophagus. Like
What?
Pokemon, yeah, like
Well, there was a cocoon.
That's interesting.
Oh, wait, like an actual object.
yeah, like they're
like Knife Man. Knife Man. That's Digimon.
Stove Chew.
Stove Chew.
Microwave Buddy.
Okay, I can't wait for Lonnie to draw these.
They had like those kind of objects. Like there was like a ball Pokemon in the first generation.
Yeah.
But it's like now it's just like they're just like making shit up like crazy.
Well, because how many are there now? Like 1,000?
Like 500.
No, there were 251 the first time.
No, it's 150 the first.
I'm sorry, 151 the first time. Then there was another 100.
Yeah.
Oh, they're only up to... Okay, so 5 is still a lot, not 1,000. Yeah.
So I guess the tagline "Gotta catch 'em all" is gone because that's impossible.
Because
now.
you can't catch them all.
There you can't.
I could.
Who?
I did.
Elite who?
I catched him.
You catched them all? I catched them all, Jake.
I caught them all. So it's like in Pokemon, once you caught all the Pokemon, does your character just go, "Wow, what do I do with my life now?"
Well, then they say, well, guess what? There's 100 more.
Whoa! How do we keep discovering so many funky Pokemon?
We're goofing, but as a Pokemon fan, this is cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Okay.
Especially now it's giving people who have a 3DS some validation.
Yeah, because like haven't there been like 2 Pokemon games that are like haven't been on the 3DS and they should have been?
Yeah, oh yeah. The Pokemon games are always kind of like a handheld device behind a little bit.
So this one is on track.
Yeah.
Pokemon fans are excited. Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all. And that's it for movies, TV, and video games.
We did it.
Wow, that's the whole show.
But we're not done talking about movie trailers.
Holy shit.
Let's talk about trailers, but first let's take a quick commercial break.
I'm going to get some Mike and Ike's.
Welcome back to Pretty Much It. Now we're going to talk about the trailers that were released this week. But first we're going to talk about one that was released last week. Of course, we were really not lucky last week with some stuff being released after. Huge trailer.
Oh boy.
Evil Dead Red Band. Now, we already talked about the Evil Dead regular trailer that had been released already, and we loved it.
Oh yeah.
But this Evil Dead Red Band trailer, holy shit.
You guys keep cursing. Stop.
I'm sorry, pal, but I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Wow.
it just revalidated everything we said.
Now, let's talk about really quickly what we read the director said.
This is one of the best things
This
I've
is now
read.
officially
Yeah.
the number 1 most anticipated movie of the year, I think.
Yeah,
Not true, but anyway. The director said that there is not a single bit, which I don't believe, by the way. I believe there's a tiny bit. But he said there's not a single bit of CG in the movie.
Thank you, God. Thank you.
Now, watch that trailer again and keep in mind that there's no CG. And you can see it. It's
Uh-huh.
real. It's unbelievable. And
It's-
can I just say, legitimately scary when she's like,
Yeah, I don't like that.
holy crap.
Yeah. I
Now
don't like
it's
that.
like a thing with every movie that's come out, action, horror, everything. The blood hasn't been real. I mean, like it's just like you can, as an editor, you can pick up on these standard blood bursts that they put. You can just see that it's just like these standard
CG blood.
Yeah, it's just so fake.
Well,
looking.
look at Django Unchained.
That's the opposite, exactly. Yeah,
perfect.
And that's why it's great.
When's the last time you actually saw a movie where it's like the blood packets, like
Squibs for life.
Squibs, but
squibs are fake blood packets.
Yeah.
That's what they're called.
Yeah, they're called squibs.
But moving on to this week's new trailers, the main one we're going to talk about is Trance. Now, I don't know a whole lot about this, and I'm glad I don't. I don't think I'm going to watch any more, because this
trailer, a long trailer
sold it for me, though. Visually looks unbelievably good to me.
Yeah, and what's his name, the director?
Danny Boyle.
Danny Boyle. I like Danny. I like good old Danny.
I don't want to know anything else. I'm done. I'm good. This is it.
I'm good.
I feel like it'll ruin it if I know more about the story. I've seen enough. It's a long trailer, but it doesn't give you a ton story-wise.
There's some really cool shots though, like the part with James McAvoy holding a gun and just smiling like a crazy person. Like that's
or
so
what
cool.
about the shot? It's cool when he picks up the painting and he's like,
"I've been had."
Yeah. I mean, I gotta say, I think this looks pretty damn awesome. This I don't even know what it is. I'm happy to not, but it is already now one of my higher anticipated movies of the year.
It almost kind of reminds. I'm sorry.
No! Hey, you guys! Rock paper scissors.
We
for the win.
We do this sometimes.
Rock paper scissors for the win.
Rock paper. Wait, how do you do it?
Rock paper scissors says shoot,
okay,
and then
that's
you
how,
go.
Yeah,
go ahead.
People do it differently. Rock paper scissors says shoot.
Mike wins. Go ahead, Mike.
Wait!
Go ahead, Mike.
You see paper, Pete, scissors. So anyway,
Pete, like Amanda Pete.
It looks good. That's all I wanted to say.
Jake, you're up.
I don't know. At first it kind of reminded me of like, okay, you're gonna laugh at me.
Oh no.
It reminded me of that movie with the magicians on the stage.
Balto?
No,
it reminded me of Balto.
Don't make fun of Balto. The movie with the magicians with
Remember when Balto saved the town?
With the magicians on the stage
and they steal money.
They rob the bank.
Yeah.
It reminded me of that, but like with a painting.
Better.
But not as dumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one
definitely.
looked really stupid.
And this might be just as stupid,
it
but the trailer doesn't seem
It looks
that
like
way.
it could be a little stupid, but it could also
Nah,
be
this seems
great.
pretty damn cool. I'm looking forward to it.
I like all of the weird accents that everybody had.
Well, they're not weird accents, actually. Not everybody's the same as you.
Okay.
We also had a quick little tease. It's like a promo thing that was in the middle of a live stream. It's not a real teaser for Only God Forgives, which of course pairs Nicholas Winding Refn, which is what an interesting name, with Ryan Gosling again. So I'm sure people will be looking forward to that.
I am.
Not a lot to really get from this little clip, but okay, looks cool. We also had trailers for 42 Big Sur. Is that how you pronounce that?
Big Sur.
Should I know? I feel like I should know that. Anyway, Ginger and Rosa, Girls Against Boys, Hemlock Grove, the new Netflix thing. I don't like Eli Roth, so I didn't even... Actually, I did check it out and it doesn't look good. Last Exorcism Part 2. Think about how stupid the last Part 2. It was already the last, and now it's the last
The first
again.
one was bad,
The
right?
Revenge.
Jesus. Yeah, well, whatever. The Last Stand, Side Effects, Wrong, and... Did you see the trailer for Inappropriate Comedy? It's like APP is in caps.
No.
Okay, you guys gotta check it out. You gotta check it out. Aside from Adrian Brody actually looking hilarious, just because it's like, why is he in this? What is this movie? You know, it's a movie made by the Slap Chop guy.
Who?
No, what?
Who?
Exactly. And that's it for trailers, so now let's move on to the poll. We already talked about what next week's poll question is going to be, but last week's poll question was, what is your most anticipated game of 2013? In third place, with 122 votes, we had BioShock Infinite.
All right.
I'm excited. I'm pretty excited for that.
I still think it could actually be not amazing, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yes.
How about second place with 171 votes is The Last of Us.
Yep.
I'm excited for that one,
you
but I
got a
won't be able to play it.
Oh,
So-
yes, I was going to say, I hope you guys got a PS3.
Well, hope I can steal it from you.
Pretty good list so far.
And finally, in first place with 381 votes, this is the big one, and it was from the start. It was the whole time.
Oh, let me guess. It has something to do with
Cars.
cars and the theft of them.
Cars 2, Tomato Racing.
Yes.
Grand Theft Auto V.
Oh, 5.
And I mean, I'm excited for it too.
Oh, yeah, so am I.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
I feel like it's a bit of a stereotypical number one
Yeah.
pick, but yeah,
I'd say I'm
that's
more-
why. That's the whole point of it being stereotypical. It's because everybody chooses it.
I'm saying I'm more excited for
I prefer it.
BioShock and Last of Us, so.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, because I'll be able to actually play Grand Theft
Yeah.
Auto as opposed to Last of Us, so whatever. But once again, this week's poll question is, what do you think was the worst Oscar snub? Let us know by
Snub.
clicking the link down in the info. Go to facebook.com/prettymuchit and let us know by voting in the poll. And while you're over there, please like us on Facebook. Thank you very much.
like
If you do! And normally this is where we do the giveaway winner, but don't forget, giveaway winner will be announced from now on in the Monday show. Click the link in the info to enter the giveaway.
Watch it.
Wow.
And that's it for this week's episode of Pretty Much It.
Cool beans. Cool beans. A lot of cool things.
We did good.
Yeah.
We did good.
talked a lot about movies. We talked up the
did
movies like real hard.
Well, it was the first week of 2013 where I think we actually had things to talk about.
Yeah, there was a lot of interesting stuff this weekend. Of course, the Oscar noms. Oscar noms for Oscar moms.
All those noms, man.
So many noms, man.
Moms?
Mom nom.
Man,
nom nom mom.
we need a mom to talk about these noms.
My mom wouldn't talk to me about the noms.
Did your mom talk to you at all anymore?
I think she watches this show. Sorry, Mom.
He's her favorite. But anyway, yeah, that's it for us. Oh.
Yay.
Oh.
I messed anything up.
And that's pretty much
Why do you always gotta go out with a song?
Okay.